Hi everyone, I'm here today to talk about a subject that is annoying and it has been forever, but I recently saw something pop up as Bloodstock has just been and gone, and it's basically the stigma of female metal fans and whether or not they are fake, and the fact that you seem to not be able to care about your appearance and be a metal fan at the same time, and that's if you're a girl. Well, I guess maybe there is a thing if you're a guy too, but it seems like if you're a girl who's not exactly, you don't even have to be really girly, but if you're a little bit girly even, you aren't a metal fan, you're faking it. And I get it, I've had it a few times myself, because I do like to wear dresses and skirts and makeup, obviously, and I have quite girly hair, I guess, because it's my natural colour. It's not dyed. It used to be when I was a teenager, and I just wanted to go natural again. But I get a lot of the time that I'm not really a metal fan, or I'm not really a fan of such and such, because I don't look the right way, because I don't have black hair and lots of piercings, and I don't even have a tattoo. And apparently, these are part of what makes you a metal fan. And I don't understand why that is such a thing. I am a metal fan. I've been a metal fan for years and years. I like more than metal as well, but I am a fan of the genre, obviously. I mean, look at half the videos on this channel. But because I'm not a stereotypical metal fan, I'm there's these people are oh, you're such a faker, you're just doing it to get views on YouTube channel, like I say about me. Oh, you're just doing it to get laid at festivals, which was the thing that was going round. There was a picture of girls who look normal until they go to Bloodstock, and then they're just going to get laid by loads of metal guys, because who doesn't want to get laid by a metal guy? Apparently, there's the whole thing of it said these girls don't know the bands, they're not even there to see them, they're literally just there to get laid. And someone raised a good point of, well, maybe these girls are going to get into metal, which it's not just these girls, but that was a good point. What if you don't know a lot about metal and you've heard that's the place to be? But I just don't understand why there's such elitism in metal, and especially in the stereotypical what you have to look like to be a metal fan, and that it seems to be a lot harsher on females than it does males. I just don't understand. You can like things and not look like you do. When I'm all ready to go out on a rock night, people probably wouldn't think that if you played a bit of Five, I'd be like, yeah! But I am. And when I go to work, I don't wear any makeup at all. I usually just have my hair up in a ponytail and I wear my uniform. You can't tell anything about me then. I'm not exactly expressing any of my personality. I'm literally going as practically as I can. And, I choose sleep over waking up and putting more slap on. Really, that's why I don't really wear any makeup to work. But you don't know what kind of person I am. So it's just, why is it that you have to constantly look a certain way to be considered actually a metal fan? Why is it that I can't go out like this in a sparkly dress? I don't even you see the sparkles. Come on, camera. Some sparkles, woo! Sparkly dress, and and this little eyeshadow look, and ginger hair. I'm gonna go out like this. Does that mean that if any metal gets played wherever I go, I'm not allowed to enjoy it? Does that mean that if I do, I look like a faker? Because it's not true. I really do like metal. If you picked up my MP3 player, because yes, I'm old school and I only use an MP3 player, pretty much everything on it would be considered metal. I mean, there's a little bit of like Good Charlotte on there, teen years. But like, yeah, like, does that mean that everything that I've chosen to put on my MP3 player that I listen to every day is fake? I hope not, because I won't go through that much effort. Like, I won't put myself through listening to it every single day when I walk to work just to look cool or seem cool or whatever it is that like this whole faker thing is about. I mean, I personally have myself felt like there's a bit of fakery going on, and there is this like trend to be a bit metal. Yes, it does happen, but you can't instantly look at that person who's bought these things or wearing these things or whatever and just judge them like that. You know, yes, I've walked around H&M, we were really bad at one point, and being like, well, it's obviously now cool to be a swag off. Like, what the hell? But it doesn't mean that I didn't like any of the items and I didn't purchase them myself, because I did. I've got quite a few items from that I like. But, you know, there is people out there who literally will buy into the trend, but it doesn't mean that everyone does. And it doesn't mean that people who didn't buy into that trend can't like these things either. It just bothers me, because it seems like metal is the worst genre for judging you by your appearance, yet it's also the one for you to get judged by your appearance by others. So surely you shouldn't be judging inside the genre. Like, you know, obviously, let's go to the most obvious situation. When you're at school and you come into school wearing a lot of black and you dye your hair black, you know, and it's non-uniform day, because we had to wear uniforms in my school. And on non-uniform day, you know, you wear your black clothes. You got judged a lot, and you were sweaty goth or mosher, emo, whatever they decided it was that time, and you were disgusting, and you needed to go wash all your makeup off, and you just got looked down upon by the other kids. And it didn't really seem to matter what any of the other kids like were wearing. Like, there could be some kid, they were like full on fancy dress. They wouldn't notice them because there was just like us sweaty moshers in the corner. Like, I'm not saying fancy dress is bad either, but you get my point. And so surely within our community, we should be like accepting, because we have gone through the judgment literally based on our clothing and hair colour. And, you know, if you did get a piercing, even though you weren't allowed them at school, that was still a big deal. But it seems that instead of embracing people and coming together, we've decided to do exactly what those people did to us and be like, you can't be a metal fan, you're wearing pink. And I guess it comes back to my point about Simone Simmons that I've made so many times. That's why people don't like her. She's girly, she wears pink, she's got a lot of makeup, her blog is very beauty based. Well, it is, you know, it is a beauty thing, it means style, it's about style. And people just think, well, she can't really be into it if she likes these things. But yes, you can, and people think she's a bimbo and that she's stupid because of these things. But I feel like you can like metal and makeup at the same time. I own a lot of makeup. Like, it's quite crazy how much makeup I own, really. I have an entire computer desk which doesn't have room for my computer on it. It is just makeup everywhere. I also have a lot of metal memorabilia. I have a lot of band t-shirts, I have a lot of CD albums, I have a lot of DVDs, I have jewellery. Am I not allowed to have both these things? Is this not allowed? You know, I've always said if I was to ever get a tattoo, it was going to be if I met Amy Lee and I'd get her to sign me and get it tattooed over. Might not be the most metal of people, but then would that mean that is more accepted because I've got a tattoo now? So, like, am I more in the crew? Like, I don't like it. I don't like the whole picking on people for their appearance. Yes, we all we all judge. Everyone judges, subconsciously and consciously. It happens. A lot more so, I would hope, in your younger years, and then you will mature. But when someone likes the same things as you, you want to band together. You want to be accepted into the community. You know, and I've said there's girls who picked on me when I was at school for being sweaty goth, whatever. You know, they were like, ugh, at me. And now you should see them. They're covered in tattoos and piercings and claim that they love metal. And I have judged them in the past. I'm like, how the hell could you pick on me all those years? It upset me so much. And then you're like, that. But then I think about it, and I think maybe they just weren't as brave as I was at school. Maybe they just had some things to go through. You know, I've even admitted it myself. I went through a phase at school where I tried to fit in. It wasn't the entirety of school. It was about a year max. But it happened. So I understand it a bit more. And, you know, I've even spoke to these people in a friendly way now, and that I am mature and I've realised these things. And I just hope that others can get over the stigma of whether or not you look metal enough to be a metal fan, and so on and so forth. You can like multiple things at once. That is what being more than a one-dimensional human being is about. So, yeah, thank you for listening to this rant. When, you know, there's always a good rant going on this channel, isn't there? Thank you, and I'll see you later. Bye.